For most of your life, rosemary has probably been nothing more than a familiar seasoning, sitting quietly on your kitchen shelf. You may have sprinkled it over roasted vegetables, added it to soups, or used it to flavor your favorite family meals without giving it another thought. Yet this ordinary herb has a remarkable side that many people, especially those over the age of 60, have never been shown. Beyond its pleasant aroma and flavor, rosemary contains naturally occurring plant compounds that have attracted growing scientific interest for the way they may support healthy skin and overall comfort when used correctly. Today, Vital Aging will guide you through a simple homemade rosemary balm that takes less than half an hour to prepare and requires only 2 inexpensive ingredients available at almost any grocery store. There is no complicated equipment, no expensive supplements, and no difficult techniques involved. The process is straightforward enough for almost anyone to follow at home. Even more importantly, you'll discover 4 impressive ways this traditional herbal balm may help address common concerns that become more noticeable with age. These include issues that affect daily movement, skin appearance, circulation, and overall comfort. Many people spend years purchasing costly creams, ointments, and treatments, hoping to find relief, never realizing that one of the most useful ingredients may have been sitting in their own kitchen the entire time. Whether your goal is to soothe aching joints, improve the appearance of aging skin, support healthier-looking legs, or care for dry, damaged areas, understanding how rosemary works may completely change the way you look at this humble herb. Before we begin making the balm, it is important to understand why this particular method of preparation makes such a significant difference, and why using rosemary in this form may offer benefits that many people have overlooked for years. Before we move on to preparing the balm, there is one important concept that helps explain why rosemary has gained so much attention in recent years. Many people who decide to use rosemary for wellness naturally assume that making a cup of rosemary tea is the best approach. While rosemary tea can certainly be a pleasant beverage and may provide some general benefits, it is not the most effective way to take advantage of several of the herb's most valuable natural compounds, when your goal is supporting the skin and tissues beneath it. The reason comes down to the way certain plant compounds behave. Rosemary contains substances such as rosmarinic acid, carnosic acid, and camphor. These compounds are considered fat-soluble, meaning they dissolve much more effectively in oils than in water. Imagine pouring olive oil into a glass of water. No matter how much you stir, the oil quickly separates and floats back to the surface, because The fourth benefit of this homemade rosemary balm is its potential to support the skin's natural healing process while helping care for dry, cracked, and easily irritated areas that become more common with age. As the years pass, the skin naturally becomes thinner and produces less oil, making it more vulnerable to dryness, small cuts, cracks, and slow-healing wounds. Many older adults notice that even minor scrapes seem to take much longer to recover than they did in earlier years, and dry areas such as the heels, elbows, and hands can become uncomfortable if not properly cared for. Rosemary contains naturally occurring essential oil compounds that have been studied for their ability to help maintain a healthy skin environment. Laboratory research has shown that some of these compounds possess antibacterial and antifungal properties, meaning they may help limit the growth of certain microorganisms on the skin. While this does not replace proper medical treatment for infections or serious wounds, it highlights why rosemary has been valued in traditional herbal care for generations. Researchers have also investigated one of rosemary's key compounds, carnosic acid, for its role in supporting the skin's natural repair mechanisms. Early findings suggest that it may help encourage normal tissue regeneration by promoting healthy skin cell activity during the healing process. This makes rosemary an interesting natural ingredient for people looking to support healthy skin maintenance as part of their regular self-care routine. If you struggle with cracked heels, dry feet, or rough patches of skin, applying the rosemary balm before bedtime can be especially beneficial. Massage a generous amount into the affected areas, paying close attention to deep cracks or particularly dry spots. Afterward, put on a clean pair of soft cotton socks to help keep the balm in place throughout the night.
The socks also help retain warmth and moisture, allowing the skin to remain hydrated while the balm continues to nourish the area. With consistent nightly use, many people notice that their skin gradually feels softer, smoother, and more comfortable. Although results vary from person to person, combining this simple routine with good hydration, a balanced diet, and proper foot care can provide lasting support for healthier, stronger skin as you continue to age gracefully. Now that you understand the benefits this rosemary balm may offer, let's walk through exactly how to prepare it at home. One of the best things about this recipe is that it is incredibly simple, affordable, and requires very little time. There's no need for expensive equipment or specialty ingredients. Everything you need can usually be found at your local grocery store, making this a practical project for almost anyone who wants to create a natural skincare balm. To begin, gather 2 basic ingredients. You will need 3 tablespoons of dried rosemary and 1/2 cup of either extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil. Be sure to choose plain dried rosemary without added salt, spices, or flavorings, as pure rosemary provides the best infusion. Both oils work well, but each produces a slightly different final product.